Hey guys, and welcome back to TellerTube. I have a couple entitled parent stories that I think you'll enjoy. Let's get it. Alright, so when I was 13, I got a video camera for my birthday and started making home videos. One day, my two younger brothers and I were walking to their school playground to make a fun video, and I had my tiny camcorder in a small leather satchel type bag. We lived in a small neighborhood with no through traffic, so we were walking in the middle of the road. Two girls, about my age, saw us and quickly ran inside. I didn't think anything of it, until Entitled Mother comes running out. Entitled Mother, "You! Get over here right now!" I go, okay? Entitled Mother runs to me and grabs me by my shirt while I'm walking towards her, yanking at my camera bag like her life depended on it. At this point, I have no idea what she thinks I did. My brothers were maybe 9 and walked over with me. I was very non-confrontational as a kid, and maybe a little too scared of authority, so I just let her rip it off my neck. She then holds it away from her with 2 fingers like it's disgusting or something. Entitled Mother, "Where do you live?" I go, "Right down the street." She says, "Stay right here, or else." She runs inside with my bag and comes out a few minutes later on the phone. I calmed down and realized that I shouldn't have let her take my bag. So I told her to go get it and give it back because we were leaving. Entitled Mother, flabbergasted at this point. "I'm an adult and you're going to jail for having a gun." I go, "It's just a camera." She didn't listen. Cops showed up and looked in the bag, gave it back, told me to go home. Entitled Mother was unwilling to let it go and started screaming about how I scared her daughter and her friend and that it was a crime. Obviously, they disagreed. I hope the cops made that booger feel like the idiot she was. Entitled Kid breaks my guitar, mom refuses to pay for damages. A classic. Alright, I was in my bedroom at about 6 p.m. playing my guitar. I have 4. Minding my own business until I remember that we're having company for dinner. They're family friends that I never met, and as far as I'm concerned, they have a son that is younger than me. I was 14 at the time, now I'm 17. My mom calls me to the kitchen to say hi. The mom seems nice, and the kid, who I just found out is about 7 or 8 years old, he seems alright at first. That kind of clingy feel about him really struck me. The kind that would follow you around, watch you play video games, typical younger kid stuff. I head back to my room, play a bit more guitar, I turn down my amp so it's not too loud, and cue Entitled Kid. We'll call him Jim. Jim goes, "Cool room." I go, "Oh, thanks." Jim, "What are you doing?" "Oh, just playing my guitar, I guess." "Cool." He watched me for about 5 minutes or so. Just me playing around, doing random stuff, etc. Until he spoke up again. Jim goes, "You're really good." I go, "Thanks." Jim goes, "Can I try?" I actually thought about it for a second, but I thought I wouldn't want him to damage it and get in trouble with his mom. It is a Gibson Les Paul Jr., worth about $1,300, so I'm pretty cautious about other people playing it. I go, sorry, it's pretty expensive guitar and I wouldn't want it damaged." Jim goes, "I'll be careful, I promise." I go, "Haha, sorry bud, I'm gonna stop playing anyways. Wanna play? Can I just play it for a second?" Jim goes. Me, getting a little annoyed. "Sorry dude, no can do." Jim getting constantly more whiny. "Why? I said I'll be careful. Why are you so mean?" I go, "Sorry, I just love this guitar and wouldn't want it damaged or anything." Jim, now practically shouting, "Why can't I play it?" I knew he shouted so his mom would hear. And sure enough, she and my mom came to my room pretty damn quickly. Cue Entitled Mother. Entitled Mother, "What is going on, Jim?" I go, "Well," Jim interrupts, "he won't let me play his guitar." By now, my amp has been on standby, cooling down, and I flick the power button to turn it off. Entitled Mother, "Why'd you turn it off?" I go, "Well, I'm finished playing and..." Entitled Mother interrupts, "You're not done yet. Turn it back on and let him have a go." My mom, whispering to Entitled Mothers, "He's pretty protective of his guitars. I really don't think it's a good idea if Jim plays it." Entitled Mother goes, "He'll be fine." I was baffled with how quickly this escalated, and how stern his mother was acting. I go, "It's a pretty expensive guitar. I really wouldn't want anything to happen." By now, Jim was pushing past me to try and get my guitar off the wall hanger it hangs on. I step in front of him and lightly push him backwards with my hand. Entitled Mother, "Don't push my son! Let him have a go, or else I'll make sure he does myself." Me, completely shocked about how she's acting. I respond, "I already said no, please stop." And here's when stuff hits the fan. Jim straight up punches me in the kahunas. I grab my crotch and fall into my bed. My mom goes, "What the hell was that?" Entitled kid reaches to get my guitar, grabs the body of it and drops it on my desk and onto the floor, head first, with a loud bang. Me turning around, still in a lot of pain, I say, "This is exactly what I knew would happen." I look at my guitar, seeing 2 strings broken. One of the tuners on the floor and the headstock cracked with a huge split in the middle. My mom goes, "Head back to the living room, let me sort this out." Entitled mother goes, "This isn't even his fault. If your brat had let him use the guitar in the first place." Me, standing up, feeling more powerful. "I'm the brat." Jim is crying at this point and runs to the living room, followed by his mother as I look at my guitar. My mom goes, "That's going to be expensive, huh?" I go, "It's unfixable. I'm going to need an entire new neck." We head back into the living room to see Entitled mother with her bag on her shoulder, her scarf on, and says very sternly, "We're leaving. Thanks for the company." Jim and Entitled mother leave before we can talk about my guitar. My mom contacts them and they refuse to rock up the $250 for the guitar neck and strings. So my mom says we'll contact authorities and she still refuses to pay as it's my fault. Long story short, she paid the $250 after about a week. We never contacted the police in the end, but she had never come over since, and we never heard from her or Jim again. "How dare you not let my child spit on you? Don't talk to him." This should be good. Okay, so here's the cast. Entitled mom, annoying kid, entitled mom's minions, which includes 4 entitled women, uncle, little brother, and of course me. So this was years ago. I was maybe 12, so it's a little fuzzy. A little backstory about Uncle. He's had a really explosive temper his whole life, but he has worked really, really hard to keep it under control. And he does amazing with it. So anyway, Uncle came to visit us and took me and my little brother to our upscale neighborhood pool. We had the pool to ourselves, but soon enough, a crowd of people came. Entitled mother, entitled mother's minions, and annoying kid came with all sorts of bags and being generally loud. Although there were plenty of seats available, entitled mother wanted where our stuff was. She had one of the entitled mother's minions move our stuff and not even acknowledge the fact that we're in the pool. I started to say something, but Uncle said it wasn't worth it. It was just some towels, water, and sunscreen, so I let it go. So the whole party lays out, and annoying kid, the only kid among them, gets in the pool. He's probably about 10 or 11. We talk to him for a little, and he seems nice enough, so we ask if he wants to play with us, since he was all by himself. Annoying kid agrees, and we play a round of Marco Polo. Suddenly, annoying kid scrambles up Uncle's shoulders, like when you play chicken. And Uncle isn't comfortable with having a random child on top of him, because who knows what someone would accuse you of, regardless of what actually happened. Uncle goes, "Hey buddy, how about you get down so we can keep playing the game?" Annoying kid, "No!" He then starts pulling Uncle's hair. Uncle goes, "Please get off," very calmly. Annoying kid then starts hitting him on the head. Me and little brother tell the kid to get off, and try to pull him off. I shout to entitled mother. I go, "Excuse me, ma'am, can you tell your kid to stop?" Entitled mother glances over. "He's fine." I go, "He's hitting my uncle and he's on a stranger's bare shoulders. It's not appropriate." Entitled mother turns back to entitled mother's minions and talk ratherly loud about how annoying I am. And if we can't handle playing, we shouldn't be at the pool. Uncle is still trying very calmly to get annoying kid down. Annoying kid then gets the bright idea to spit on Uncle's head. He conjures up one of those mucus spit wads directly on Uncle. Uncle has had enough. He goes completely underwater and annoying kid lets go. Annoying kid's head never goes underwater and he could stand. Uncle made sure of that. Uncle goes, "We don't play like that. That isn't nice. If you do anything like that again, you can't play with us anymore." Annoyed kid immediately takes a mouthful of water and spits it directly at Uncle's face. Uncle motions for me and little brother to follow him and we go to the far end of the pool, where annoying kid can't get to as entitled mother said he isn't allowed when they first got there. Annoying kid then takes a mouthful of water, gets out of the pool, walks around to the far side and spits it on Uncle. I go to say something to the kid, but Uncle holds me back. Annoying kid goes to entitled mother and just sits there for a while. So we go back to our game. A few minutes later, annoying kid gets another mouthful and spits on Uncle. I go, "Could you stop? That's disgusting." Annoying kid takes another mouthful and spits it again. I splash him with water, nothing hard, but enough to get his attention. Unfortunately, it also gets entitled mothers and entitled mothers' minions' attention, who all came running over. Entitled mother goes, "What do you think you're doing?" I go, "He first, annoying kid pulls uncle's hair, then hits him, then spits in his face multiple times. He didn't listen when I asked him to stop. You're not allowed to talk to him. He's autistic. You better apologize." I go, "If I can't talk to him, how can I apologize?" Entitled mother, "Why, you little..." Uncle jumps in. "Ma'am, that's enough. We will go ahead and leave." Entitled mother and entitled mother's minions murmur about how it's about time and how they couldn't wait for us to leave their pool. So we collect our stuff and leave. 12-year-old me is mad because justice was not served. But Uncle told me to let it go because anything that happened wouldn't be worth it. You can't win with people like that. Thinking back on it, I realize Uncle's blood was absolutely boiling, and he only kept it bottled up to not absolutely explode on entitled mother and set a good example for me and little brother. I'm proud of his restraint he showed. Man, oh man. I still can't get over the first one. "Get over here! I'm calling the cops!" Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll be back with another video. Peace.